Breaking news, Nigerians. There have been massive jubilations in the Umpu community in Enugu State over the release of Beatrice Ekweremadu, the wife of the former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu. She recently returned from the United Kingdom, where she served time in jail over an illegal organ harvesting. And she arrived in Nigeria on Tuesday. Her husband is still in prison. You see, we all know the case of Beatrice Ekweremadu and Ekweremadu, where a criminal court in London called the Old Bailey in May 2023 and sentenced Beatrice Ekweremadu to 5 years in prison, and then Ekweremadu to 10 years for trafficking a boy from Nigeria to harvest his organ to cure the sickness of their daughter Sonia, who suffered from deteriorating kidney and needed regular dialysis. The couple and a medical doctor, Obinna Obita, were sentenced for their roles in the foiled plot to harvest the kidney of a 21-year-old street trader in Lagos. The Crown prosecutors had told the court that the Ekweremadus lured the boy to UK for the purpose of harvesting one of his kidneys for their daughter. However, the young man fled their grip in the UK and reported to the UK police, which led to their arrest and trial and conviction on May 5th, 2023, where the court sentenced Ekweremadu to 10 years imprisonment and then Beatrice to 5 years, and Obinta, who acted as a middleman in the plot, to 10 years with his medical license suspended. So Beatrice Ekweremadu, the wife to Ekweremadu, had pleaded ill health of her own in the court, but it wasn't considered in her sentencing. And then on Wednesday, the Umpu Town Union Federated President, Benjamin Chijoke, had described her return from UK jail as a significant relief for the entire community. And there were massive jubilations since morning. People were jubilating from morning to evening. People were celebrating across the villages. So many persons had really relied on the Ekweremadu's family's philanthropy, which were overwhelmed. They were overwhelmed with tears of joy, noting that the celebration coincided with the community's Ore Market Day, which turned the marketplace into a hub of festivity. Some market women were seen dancing, celebrating, the return of their illustrious son's wife, the distinguished Senator Ekweremadu's wife, Beatrice Ekweremadu. And they really hoped and prayed that, Ekweremadu will return home soon in good health. But then they had to release Beatrice because of her daughter. Since there is no one to take care of the child, they had to release her to go and take care of their daughter, Sonia, because her daughter, we all know, has kidney issues. And till this very day, they are yet to find a kidney donor, someone that can donate kidney to Sonia. And that particular boy, after that incident, we've not really heard much from him. We don't know his whereabouts, if he's in the UK or if he has been deported back to Nigeria. At this point, the whereabouts of the boy in particular remains unknown. So my country people, make una country mouth for this matter. So many persons were actually insisting that, as parents, the Ekweremadus tried their possible best to save their daughter, but they did it in a wrong way, and thus landed them in this huge mess that they found themselves in. Now, had it been this occurred in Nigeria, I bet you that these guys wouldn't have been jailed. To see how lawless Nigeria is, and you see how, abroad, there is nothing like lawlessness. It is only in Nigeria we tend to see all forms of lawlessness. You see how they went abroad to carry out this act, but unfortunately for them, things turned sideways and they were caught. And instantly they were jailed. But if it's in Nigeria now, they would have probably granted them bail. You know, the fact that they did not carry out this act before the boy, raised alarm over their intentions on him. They've not carried out the act yet. They've not harvested his kidney yet, according to the boy. So, had it been this happened in Nigeria, probably they would have gone to court and the Ekweremadus will have the upper hand. They would have won the case. They would have probably turned the story around against the boy. But because this happened outside the country, in UK, you see that everything, unfortunately for them, they had to face jail term. Who would believe that a senator, a once deputy, Senate president, would find himself in jail? Nobody would have believed so, but it happened. It happened. So the news of the release of the wife, Beatrice Ekweremadu, was celebrated among their community, their people, and the people saw this as a huge relief because the absence of Senator Ike Ekweremadu and his wife actually created a big gap in the community. And the people are also praying and hoping that at some point the husband will be released and things will go back to the way it was before. So many persons have reacted that why would this person celebrate? Why would they celebrate over the return of Beatrice Ekweremadu? These are reactions from Nigerians. The love of parents to their children is unlimited. This is what some bad clotted youths lack that make them bullies on social media. May God grant us parental wisdom and love. It is well. This is why Nigeria will remain backwards. Instead of condemning their behavior, she was celebrated. At least the lesson she learnt from with her husband in the UK will live with them forever. Had it been there is justice in Nigeria, this would have drastically reduced the high rate of killings and wickedness in this country. The main reason people continue doing is because once they are released from prison, their people will roll out drums to welcome them back. Imagine how common people from the East are celebrating. They are ready to behead the victim of the very crime that sent her and her husband to prison just because they are wealthy and influential. The boy wouldn't have gotten any justice in Nigeria, and it would clearly be the case of the poor deriving their fellow poor man from getting justice by supporting the oppressor. This is a typical Igbo community. They glorify oppression, they look down on financially weak people among them and treat them as if they are not human beings. Okay guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.